Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, and we're here for our monthly Angelscope for the sign of Virgo for the month of October 2022. So, let me first begin by welcoming everyone back to this monthly series and to also welcome anyone who is new to the Angelic Wisdom community. So I'm going to streamline this introductory part because I've done more detail in the monthly general angel reading video, which for October, you can find that will be one of the first links you see in the description area below this video. So please go check that out right now because it's super hot, meaning it tells it like it is, and we need to hear it. And so there's that word compassion and that truth that they're explaining. Also, if you are new, subscribe, select the all notification bell, like, dislike, and leave generous comments so that everybody can know who you are, hear your wisdom, tell people about yourself, so that you might find that there's somebody near you that you can connect with. And it's really important to find our soul tribes, right? So do that. Also, if you're looking for an angel reading with me after this video, you can go to my current website, theangelschool.com/services. You would select the first time promotional offer angel reading, which is my discounted hourly reading, because this is my 10th anniversary year on YouTube, and so it's available to you unlimited. Also, if you just like to support my channel, you can go to my PayPal me link, which is also below, and whatever it is that you choose to give, it is so greatly appreciated because it's just encouragement and it shows support, and that's all it really is about. So don't make it about like how much you give. It's just whatever you have to give, and that it comes from your heart. I watch my mom do this so much, and I've never forgotten the miracles I saw. But it's just, everything should come from the heart, because it's not something that's necessary for me to do what I do here for you. And now, the format of the card. So quickly, the card in the center is the archangel that we'll be working with this month, and on cards on the left and right are the guardian angel messages. But this one is from the Major Arcana, big themes, and this one is the Minor Arcana, the small ways that those things might play out in your life in a day-to-day awareness. Okay, so let's take a deep breath together, Virgos, in your heart space. Breathe out. So Virgo, the word love came up before when I put this card down, and what I'm seeing right now is when I usually see a couple kissing, that's about connections. And it could be a love connection, but it could be of any type of connection. One of the things I noticed about this vision is there's a difference in height of the two people. So this might have to do with you having an experience of love where you finally might either you stop seeing others as inferior or superior. Because you might not believe it, but that sets up a paradigm where you really have a lot of hard work to do in terms of karmic lessons. Because again, all this stuff that we project, it has nowhere to go except back at us, because there is no other. It's all oneness. And so if you're the perceiver of something, you must be the receiver of it too. I'm sorry, but in my awareness in this moment right now, for the first time, nothing has anything to do with anybody else. Stop thinking that people are going to be, that they're going to get back what they deserve, because that is still, you are the perceiver of that, which means you're the origin of that thought, and it can only go out and come back to you. It can't be about them. You and I have no authority to speak about anybody else. We don't have the authority to speak on them or comment on them, because everything that we're seeing is an origin of our own imagination. No matter how clear science, psychology thinks that we are, and describing each other and segmenting each other in all of these labels, they are still coming from the originator, and anyone who chooses to use them. And when we choose to use them, we have to be the receiver of the consequences of them. So if you are trying to find love, meaning if it's romantic, or if you're trying to find love, meaning respect in your relationships with others, this cannot happen as long as you have an inferior or superior complex perception. You will receive that which you are projecting, because you are the origin of it, and it has nowhere to go, because everybody else out there is nothing, because all is just oneness, meaning it's all you. And so it's just got to come back to you to be the one to deal with. So when we thought that, and I hear these links about, well, this other person, and then the two of them have to come back and do that. That's not specifically how it happens. It may be true in a very factual blanket way, but it's only happened because the other person did the exact same thing. They were triggered by whatever you did, and then they created a perception that is from their place of origin, and happens to be that it is about this situation. And then so you both are attracting each other by law of attraction. You're on the same frequency and more specific, about the same event. So that's what bonds you together in a karmic debt. But if the less you put on others, the less you have to worry about what others are doing and being even connected to it in the first place, to have a karmic. So just because two people have an event and a situation does not mean that both people have to repeat the lesson. It's only those who, the perceivers of the wrong, that do. Okay? Or what is perceived as wrong, that do have to do that again. All right. So how does this help you? Like with love, like if it's love, right? So you have to start seeing people as who they are, truly are. In human terms, just accept people for who they are, who they present themselves to you to be. And if it is not pleasurable to you, or if it's not something that gives you joy, then you bless them anyway, and you respect your instincts. Don't try to stay there before them, and I like to say it that way, in order that they will somehow make amends or get it, fix it or acquiesce to you. Now you're going to have this karmic energy starting to bubble and, create something that you didn't want truly, because you could just move on, because the universe always has options, always has possibilities and opportunities. And if you get stuck on that one, you're missing all the others. And no, there's just not one, there's plenty. The only reason you feel like it's not plenty is because you're fixated. You're stuck. You're fixated. You can't forget what that person did. You can't forget what you thought. And you can't forget what you perceived, because it's all about what you are doing that's creating the situation that you're experiencing. All right, so let's take a look at the archangel that we're working with. It's Archangel Reading, and it says, enter higher planetary service. Be a blazing light. Now, Archangel Reading is actually a seraphim, and his retreat is in Hollow Earth. So he's really connected to the wisdom that is there in Hollow Earth, the Lemurian wisdom and the wisdom of the earth. So this is feeling of really grounding yourself, right? And just looking at him, it's almost like he's reading energy. Notice that? Never noticed that before. So there's streams of energy just flowing up and down all around us. And what he's doing, it looks very like Star Trek, doesn't it? You know, where you can just pull out the thing and it's right there. And truly, with our devices, you know, we have this technology developed in a way, but it can either work for us or against us. And so the one thing, you have to be careful about what people are then projecting. Now, again, you can blame it on them, your unhappiness, or you can get upset. They're lying. Or you can scan it and let your energy tell you what you should give your time to or not. And keep scrolling. Only pause when your intuition gives you a positive gut reaction, so that you're not just taking in everything, taking in these messages. And I feel like he's saying that we take in so many messages that we internalize negatively towards ourselves. So if you feel superior to others, that you need to check. What messaging are you picking up on that makes you feel that, and even to buy into superiority or inferiority, you are not a part of oneness. Love is unconditional. And you have to think about that. Instead of going around looking at people who might be inferior and having your thoughts and opinions about it, or people who are superior and having your thoughts and opinions about it, where did you get that message from? Now, it's almost like he's holding out his hands, not to say I'm looking at the past here. He's holding out his hands and saying, what's going on right now? So don't go reaching back. Where are you getting that from right now? Because something in your vicinity made you think that about yourself or reinforced it. And so you got to be aware, why am I still bringing this in? And I feel like this is going to be a month for you where if you're willing, like Archangel Reading is suggesting here, that you'll pay attention, be in your truth, and be willing to look and say, okay, where is this coming from? And I would this is weird, but put your hand up in front of the person or the thing or the situation that's causing you to have this moment, and then and block it with your hand in front of you as if you were reading the energy. Close your eyes and say, where is this coming from? Let's see. Okay, I'll let that go. Because if it doesn't feel good to feel inferior or to feel, well, I know people who superior probably feel good, but when the things you think about the people, I'm sure it should not feel warm and fuzzy. Let's put it that way. So, and then say, I gotta check that. We gotta do something about that, because I want to create positive karma. I want to draw in the good things to myself that I deserve. be a blazing light. Okay? And I get the sense that as you do this, you raise your vibration and your light becomes unifying. So here's the Strength card. And this, I get a feeling about you learning to control or to get some kind of, the word control is just so, but it's not the right word, but you get this sort of control over an aspect of you that has been distorting your ability to navigate your truth, your alignment with peace and desire, the desires that you have for yourself, your goals. And I'm seeing the word compassion, and it's written here in the card as well. And we've been talking about this with the angels this month for the monthly reading, that this is about being honest with yourself first. Once you're honest with yourself, and this is to say that you tell it like it is, you stop making excuses, then things start becoming so convoluted and complex. And you start to have clarity and direction, and you start to be able to move forward on that. And they're writing pay as if to say, it comes back to you. This act of grace and profound love pays it forward, so that it's like paying it forward is like it just expands, right? It becomes something that everybody is able to start to emulate and tap into. And I get a sense of the ascension process and the fifth dimensional frequencies are shifting into a higher state of consciousness as the people learn to have this courage that you're going to have with yourself. Because we're talking about having courage with yourself. It's going to inspire you. They're writing inspiration. This work is going to inspire you. You're going to see things that I can't even articulate. What you're going to get out of this, what you're going to learn, I can't even put it into words, because you're going to go somewhere way before I get there. And they're writing separation. This work is going to clear this virus of separation that our ego uses to perpetuate illusions within us, that causes us to not be able to accept and love ourselves in the ways that we should. Okay, so pay attention daily. It's like that's what I was trying to say. This aha. You're just gonna have so much clarity. These aha, and they I see a staircase right in front of me, just ascending. And you're just gonna, every time you have an aha, you are stepping higher and higher and higher in frequency and vibration. And what's gonna happen is they're showing me there's a chair, this reflection, but you're not sitting, you're standing in front of it. And then a partner, a relationship of some type, whether it's romantic or whatever other respect, people are going to join you. The people who respect you, who are really able to love you, or the love of your life, will join you in this process. They will join you because of the process that you are integrating, because they just wrote the word integrity in front of me. And this person or persons they wrote thirsty for this. They're looking for this very kind of person. And this is the right time, the right month for you to begin this trek of ascension. So up this staircase, because this is where everything comes together for you. So it's going to take your strength. It's going to take, you have to dig deeper in terms of your resources to really be able to scan, as he's doing here, this energy to make these concerted efforts to change in these ways that most people ignore, but you won't. and it will be of the greatest benefit and have the most profound effects, not only on you, but on so many people. And this is just about your mind staying positive. And this is a process that will allow that to happen. All right, Virgos. Wow. I'm sure I definitely want to hear from you throughout the month, specifically Virgo. I would love it if you come back to this video and update me each week on what is going on for you, what aha moments you've had, what have you discovered. And it would be just so nice. If you do that, I would then love to have a live chat with you, Virgos, about what you discovered, because this, I think, is going to be one of the most profound works for everybody else to learn from, because we're going through an ascension process where we're really having to change from within. And we keep trying to, right now, as you notice in the media, we keep trying to get everybody else to change. The people we don't agree with, the people we don't like. And all that's wasted energy, because remember, there's nothing out there in the terms of what we're doing. We're just projecting onto them because we don't really know them. Although we can look at their behavior and say, that's what it is. And I got proof because, we've been analyzing people for years, but you still don't know who somebody really truly is at the divine level. What you're seeing and witnessing is the worst of themselves. You're seeing their lower person, not their higher person. And that's the point we're getting at. Yes, the lower person is there. And what they're doing is they're doing it. But they are still, their truth is their divine spirit. And that is who you do not know. And that is you, because it's equal in every circumstance. And what we're witnessing on the outside is their inability to acknowledge that. And so for all of us, because that's what we're all doing, because that's what in part the human experience is that because we don't know how to acknowledge who we are, we suffer. And then we get in these lessons, and we have to go through these harsh challenges and tests in order to just be ourselves, our true selves. All right, so I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a beautiful month of October. God bless.